Ever wonder why the cabin lights dim during takeoff and landing? It's not for mood, it's a safety trick. In case of an emergency, your eyes need to adjust to the dark instantly. And those oxygen masks that drop from above? They only give you about 15 minutes of air, just enough time for the pilot to dive the plane to a breathable altitude. Speaking of emergencies, pilots almost never use the word crash, they'll say unscheduled landing or incident. And if you've ever noticed a faint burnt smell mid-flight, that could be a bleed air issue, pressurized air taken from the engines that, when contaminated, can carry toxic fumes into the cabin. But hey, nothing to worry about, right? Behind those cabin walls are hidden compartments where crew members sleep, entire rooms stacked above or below the passenger cabin on long-haul flights. And no, you're not allowed in even if you're in first class. By the way, if you're loving these behind-the-scenes airline secrets, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss the next flight into the unknown. We've got more jaw-dropping stories coming up. Ever notice the tiny hole in airplane windows? That's to keep them from shattering due to pressure. Still, pilots say the biggest threat isn't mid-air engine failure, it's runway overruns, bird strikes, and lightning. But here's the twist, planes get hit by lightning all the time. They're built for it, but still, every hit has to be reported. Now let's talk fuel. Planes sometimes dump thousands of gallons of fuel mid-air before emergency landings. It's to get the aircraft under a safe landing weight, and yes, it can rain fuel over cities. Scary? Definitely. But legal? Totally. And if you've ever wondered why pilots sound so calm when they speak, it's not by accident. Their tone is trained, rehearsed even in the worst situations, they're told to keep passengers calm at all costs. The seatbelt sign? Sometimes it's on just to stop flight attendants from serving during rough patches, not because it's truly dangerous. And turbulence? Pilots say it's more annoying than risky, but they'll never admit how bad it's going to get ahead of time. There's also a reason flight crews want passengers seated and locked in 30 minutes before landing, because that's statistically when most accidents happen. And here's something wild, commercial flights have nearly collided mid-air more times than you'd believe, they're called near misses, and they're happening far more often than the public knows. Still feel safe? You should. Flying is still the safest way to travel. But next time you board, just remember, the real story is happening behind the curtain.